Hello and welcome to the Online Trainers Podcast, where we go behind the scenes to uncover the latest tactics and strategies top trainers around the world are using to get more clients, dominate their marketplace, and get their clients amazing results. There is absolutely no fluff here. I'm your host, Retrain. Hello and welcome to episode 210 on the Online Trainers Podcast. Today's topic is free is better than paid. Now, I want to go into this discussion because I want to be able to do everything to help you grow your business. And there's one thing that I always thought about, and there's one thing that, growing a business, a coaching business, especially when I started out, this was a big thing that I had to deal with. And I think, speaking to so many personal trainers, this is one of the things that is kind of internally the struggle. It's a thing that you think inside of your mind, which kind of stops you from growing your business. And it's the thing of putting out content. The question that I get asked a lot of the times is, Lynn, how much content should I be putting out? Can't I just run paid advertising? And you and I both know right now that we live in a world where there's so much information freely available to us. I'm honored that you're here and you have me to guide you to build your business. But there's so much free information, especially inside of the health and fitness space. The one thing that I want you to understand is that, if you do not put out content, I want you to think about that result, and then think about if you do put out content, think about that result. Now, one thing that stops people putting out content is, and I know that this was a big thing for me, was that I'd have my clients judge me. And this is judgment from clients. Like, I want you to think about it, because clients will only judge you if you don't fulfill. Like if you promise something and you don't deliver it, or they don't get the results, and it's your fault simply because you provided a bad experience. And a lot of the times, I remember inside of PB City, I was coaching these clients and I was like, I want to put out content. I want to put out more videos. I want to put out videos on everything. I want to saturate the market with everything. And the only thing that they see is my face. But a lot of the times, especially when I started going out, I'd see a lot of my clients sign up to my content. And that kind of disturbs me, because I was like, you're already a client. You don't need to be on this web class. You don't need to be on this training. Why'd you download that? And the reasons why clients will be on your free stuff is because they're not getting enough stuff out of your paid stuff. So inside of your paid coaching programs, one of the biggest things that I did, and it shifted the game for me, was enabling the clients to do an information detox. That is, they're not allowed to consume any other information except what it is that you've put in front of them. And the reasons why I do that is, number one, it reduces the ability for them to go off to shiny objects, and it increases the ability for them to follow through. Now, if you're a coach right now and you are hesitant, you are resistant about putting free content out there, number one, because you feel like you shouldn't be marketing yourself enough because you're not getting the results inside of your coaching program, that's a very, very simple fix. You need to double down on yourself, on your fulfillment, on your delivery systems by, number one, getting help, hiring a VA, or building out systems that allow them to go through a pathway. There is no easy money inside of the game of coaching. There is only, getting results. And you need to be able to do everything in your power possible to deliver an experience that gets them to follow through. Now, delivery is not about giving them information. You and I understand that because we live in a world filled with information where everyone's dead in it, more information is going to get them results. The ability for them to follow through, the ability for them to have guidance. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to wipe their ass. And what it means is that you need to be able to lead them. You need to be able to change their habits. You need to be able to teach them how to fish. You need to be able to call them out and raise their standards. Now how you do that, whether or not you have a weekly coaching call, whether or not you have a Facebook group, whether or not you have a membership site and they go through it and they check in with you once they've completed their task. However you do that is completely up to you. There are different ways to do this. But the thing that I need you to understand right now is, if you want to stand out, you must release content. And a big thing that I shouted out in 2017 along these podcasts and inside of the Facebook groups and everywhere that I'm at is that you need to be going live. You need to stop worrying about yourself, start worrying about the clients, start worrying about the prospects that you have right in front of you. So many times what we want to do is this. We want to go out and get somebody from the cold market and bring them in and convert them. And if they don't convert and they don't marry us, we don't get that crazy person inside of our program, then just like I talked about in the last podcast, then we don't focus on the 99 people that we're interested. And it's inside of those 99 people that are interested that you can develop a relationship with them, which is your free content, which is you consistently showing up, that over time, after seeing you 20, 30, 40, 50 times, they'll begin to work with you. It's not about when people buy, It's not about how many people buy. It's about when they'll buy. It's about them not saying no today, but it's not they're not going to say no forever. What you need to understand is start retraining your mind to go, when can I get them to say yes? They're going to say yes. If it's today, if it's tomorrow, if it's a year from now, they'll say yes. But my game is, if I don't put out content, they'll never say yes. Because guess what? A no today could mean a yes tomorrow. And that's the strategy you put around not your sales course. That's the strategy that I want you to develop around the content that you put out. The content and the ability for you to grow the people that you're working with, and then the ability for you to put out content to persuade, influence, and be the authority to them. It is super, super simple right now with the technology that we have to get in front of, your 2,000 people that you have on your list, your warm market, the people that are interested, the people that put their hands up to want to work with you, to be interested in what you have to say, and actually be able to deliver them more value. And over time, the game becomes, how do I turn a no into a yes? And so many people right now, and I did this for a lot of the times, was that when I received a no, I'd stop. I'd be like, screw you, next person. And so a lot of the times I was leaving a lot of interested people who were willing to date, who were willing to opt in, who were willing to connect, not that ability to get to know me. Okay, so your task for today, free versus paid content. Okay, number one, the paid content people should be doing an information detox. You should be leading them. And the only thing that's going to stop you from putting out free content is that internal struggle that you're delivering more free stuff than you're actually delivering inside of your paid stuff. So number one, give your paid people up the standards, up the stakes, and then that will liberate you to go out there and put out as much content as possible. The reasons why I share this with you is because this is the same shit that I've been going through for a long time. This was something that I was like, hold on a second, this is the struggle. This is what I need to do. We up the delivery game. Suddenly the content game becomes insane. It becomes insane. And when you learn to do this, guess what? Competitors don't stand a chance. The thing I want to share with you today, guys, is that if you want to grow a business in 2018, an online fitness business, an offline fitness, whatever the case may be, it is a highly competitive market out there. There are a lot of people. There are a lot of people that want to make money. There are a lot of competitors out there that want to run the race. But it's the people that can overcome the internal struggles, get the right strategies, the right ideas, that will keep moving forward. And with that being said, if you want to take the game further, then I'd advise you to come onto a coaching call with me weekly. I do these free coaching courses. Our mission, 1,000 personal trainers, 6 figures in 2018. Yeah, it's a free coaching call where I'm going to walk you behind the scenes of marketing, lead generation. How do you do everything that I'm talking about here? How do you do everything regarding sales? How do you do and build a team of sales? But most importantly, how do you go from being self-employed to develop the systems, the people, the structure, so that you own a business? And when you own a business, that's when you're going to attain freedom. That being said, if you haven't seen the free coaching course, reach out to me on Facebook. I'll send you the link. It's completely free. There's no strings attached. It's every single week. We rapid fire. I rapid fire with 100 coaches. And guess what, guys? There are 3,000 coaches that are registered to this. I can only coach 100 people at a time. That's what GoToWebinar lets me do. If you want to be involved, then get in so you can come on there. That is going to be a great experience. And of course, that is the free stuff. And if you want to work with me closer one-to-one, once again, reach out on Facebook, go, Lynn, I want to take 2018 to the next level. How do I work with you? And my team or myself, I'll reach out and I'll send you an application form, which we can see if we're a right fit. And if we are, fantastic. We can go ahead. If we're not, that's okay as well. It just might mean that you might need to be indoctrinated inside of my world. You might need to understand that I'm not about creating income on tap with autopilot. Because as you can see with Bitcoin, it's just gone down. Autopilot does not exist. Even if you're investing in Bitcoin, you're still going to be at your computer 24/7 shivering your boots out. So what I want you to understand right now, if you want to dominate, I'm your guy. And if you want to put in the work, I'm your guy. If you don't, then we're probably not going to have that conversation. So that being said, I hope you crush it today, and I hope you start releasing more content and actually start developing relationships with the people that are interested to date you, okay? And don't let that internal struggle go up 10 extra delivery system, 10 extra fulfillment system, get your clients better results, and then go out there and help the other people that are interested in dating.
Alright, if you enjoyed this podcast, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes and feel free to leave a review, and that way I can respond and I can take that on board in developing content to serve you. Now, if you're not a part of the Online Trainers Club on Facebook, please do yourself a favor and be a part of the conversation. That's where I add daily tips, tricks, and strategies on how you can build out funnels, how you can get more clients, and ultimately become a better online coach. Thank you for listening.